Hello and welcome. You're watching Loud Thoughts on HCN with me, Danushka Regama. And today I have the advisor of the Pilen Citizens Forum with me. And he is none other than Advocate Yatish Naik. Thank you so much for joining us on Loud Thoughts. But first of all, congratulations on the completion of 5 years of Pilen Citizens Forum. What is the feeling like that your Citizens Forum has completed 5 years?
5 years has been a milestone. It has been a journey of ups and downs. Ups because we did highlight quite a few issues, pursued with quite a few matters that affected Goa, village of Pilen, and the state as a whole when it came to issues like regional plan and things like that. But downs because yes, we had some lessons also to learn. I think it's always nice when the journey is like that because you learn more and you become more sturdy in your approach.
And what were the ups that you all had? When would you consider the ups?
We took quite a few issues to their conclusions, be it on the illegal sale of Comunidad lands, or you take it as the election cards, the enrollment process of electoral rolls, where we even took it at the level of the Chief Election Commissioner of India. We also instituted a petition in the High Court on that. Then maybe the ration cards issue. You must have known it was also highlighted quite a bit that somebody in Nerul village had got a UK national had got ration cards in Goa. So PCF along with that person took that matter up and up to the High Court. Finally we managed to get that deleted. So that was another issue. Then the regional plan 2021. Regional plan has been an issue in itself. I mean, we had a lot of study to do on the regional plan because we were not architects or we were not town planners, but we had to get ourselves acquainted with the mandate of the law vis-a-vis the planning process, the intricacies involved in the planning process, and the practicalities involved and the nuances involved in the formulation of such plan.
So these were all the ups that you all had?
These were all the ups because we learned quite a bit, and in the process of learning we attained some milestones also.
Okay, and what were the downs then?
Downs were quite a few also. I am honest to say that. So many people came with us. Finally, some people deserted here and there. Downs, I say this because it all began with one vision. A vision to make a good, green, prosperous, progressive Pilen and then maybe ultimately leading to Goa. But somewhere I am not saying that those people who went out were misinformed or misdirected, but they placed maybe their interest above the interest of the
Was this a clash of ideologies that made people leave?
See, in today's world, ideologies matter too little to too many people. While we were the people who came together, we are still there. Those who have gone, that question you should ask them whether they have ideologies or no, because we are where we were.
Okay, and was this your brainchild?
No. I came into the forum quite late, in fact. It was formed by people from Pilen, and I came into the forum quite late. So I have been a part of the forum.
And you are the backbone of the forum?
No, there is no backbone in the forum.
There is no backbone?
No.
So then it doesn't run without a backbone?
I always emphasize this, that we have a executive, we have a general body meeting, all the decisions are taken by them. There is no leader in our forum, and there is no leadership issue at all. Everybody sits together, be the issue of regional plan or the whatever other issues, they are put to the executive and the general body, decisions are taken, and then the way is charted out. But it will be very, very wrong to say that somebody is the backbone or somebody is the godfather or something like that. There is no backbone to the forum. Backbone are the people.
Advocate and a lawyer, but it has to play a very important role, right?
I don't know important to know, but I play my role according to my capacity.
So what is your role?
My role is to be there as you have introduced me. Yeah?
Just the advisor. Yes. Okay. And while Pilen Citizens Forum was started and formed, was it formed because of the wrongs happening in Pilen as a social activist group?
Yes. I won't say wrongs happening in Pilen and that was the cause for a forum. The forum was basically formed because there were quite a few issues that were baffling the people. Again, I mentioned maybe the Comunidad issue, or maybe the electoral registration issue, or maybe bogus people coming inside as ration card and holders. So many things were there. Or maybe practical problems as far as small panchayat schemes or things like that are concerned. So it began with that, but Not that we did not do other things also. We did so many things like social sector, helping people on schemes, helping people to get their problems solved, organizing some classes, tailoring and things like that. So we assumed a role which was evolved with the time.
And who funds all this?
There is absolutely transparency on that. The forum members contribute themselves, and then we run whatever little we can run.
So are these things still in?
No, therefore we don't have these kind of things on big scale, because it's very difficult to sustain that. But forum members, they themselves come out, put some little money here and there, or they say, okay, you're doing some a class like this, suppose stitching classes. Somebody says, okay, the civic machine I will hand over. Somebody says, no, my mother knows to teach stitching, so she will dedicate 2 hours of her time there. So that is the way. Somebody says, I have got premises, take that room for your activity. So this is the way in which it functions.
And how well have you all accomplished 5 years? Have you all accomplished what you all had thought of at the start of Pilen Citizens Forum?
Yes, yes. I have a feeling that the Pilen Citizens Forum has charted the right course. It stands today on this 5th year of its existence with some credentials and with some integrity. And I believe that this is an earned integrity. And this could only happen because of the people who constituted it and the people who took it forward. So I have a feeling that yes, Pilen Citizens Forum has done the right thing and has been doing and hopefully will be doing the right thing.
And what is your current mandate?
Our current mandate is to do good that we have been doing, because we are a group which has been committed to the welfare of the people. We are not a political party or something to examine the mandate, but we have been doing what is right, what we feel is right, and what people are concerned about, and that is what we will be doing. That's our mandate.
But you all also tried to enter the political system during these elections, where you all backed certain number of candidates like Father Bismarck, etc.
See, that's what I am saying. We have not entered the political arena in that sense of the
True
term.
sense.
What we did is we felt that if you want to ensure a good change in the system, then you have to come out from your shell, stop being a reclined citizen, and come out and say this one is good and this one is bad. And that's what we did. We came out in the open and said that this is a candidate who's got character, who's got integrity, who's got ideology, and who stands for some principles, and we support him. That's what we did. We did not field anybody because we were not a political party to field, but we openly backed people, and we backed people with character and integrity and ideology.
A lot of people have said that Pilen Citizens Forum has not been so active since February. So why this sort of thing that you all kind of phased out for a while?
No, we haven't phased out. The cutoff date of February that you have mentioned is not the right this actually, because what happened is at that relevant time the issue of regional plan was on its peak, and we went into the electoral fray by backing a few candidates also on that issue, and at that time elections were held in March, and in March a new government came. The new government which came had promised, the party which has now come to power had promised that they will scrap the plan, though that was not a demand that we had said. We had denotify, that's correct, and we had given a systematic way of getting the things done. So anyway, they said scrap. They came to power. The governor of Goa, the predecessor to this governor, Mr. Shankar Narayanan, he made a statement while addressing the Legislative Assembly on, if I am not mistaken, on 20th of March 2012, where he said that his government will ensure that the plan is denotified. So that was, in simple words, reflecting the policy of the government. Now thereafter, panchayat elections, poll code, Kortali by-election, poll code. I have, if I am not right, up till 7th of June, this government was in poll code mode.
Correct.
So this government has come out of the clutches of poll code mode on 7th of June. So we are now
in August,
in the first week of August. 2 months this government has got free to apply its mind and to look at its promises, whatever they have given. while the government has stood on that premise of denotification, because that governor's statement reflected essentially the policy decision of the government. But the other day Mr. Parikar has spoken something in the assembly. I heard about it, but I could not get the exact, because it was on the air, it was going live, and I could not catch it in that great sense. But I have asked for a transcript of that, and let me go through that, and then let us reconcile the position of what it is. But we go by our stand, what we had taken: denotify the plan, take the people into confidence, send it back to Gram Sabhas, and then you get rid of this mass anomalies.
But that's what he said, right? He's going to give the Gram Sabhas
I don't know what he said, but he said this side and that side. I don't know what he said actually.
So you think he is this side and that side?
No. I am not making any allegation, but I did not hear a simple reply saying that yes, what governor has stated reflected the government's policy decision. Denotify, that is the process we'll adopt, and this is the way we go forward. That is not what reply I heard.
Okay.
I heard some very complex statement entangled in another statement.
Okay.
Let me
and
decipher
Pilen
that.
Citizens Forum
And therefore, since this was happening, the Pilen Forum did not come out openly because this was happening
in the process.
Yeah, so we have to give them the legitimate time. I don't.
So how much time are you going to give them?
I think that now with the assembly session getting over now, about 3-4 days more, thereafter the government has to come to business, in the sense that so many things they have promised, so many things they have assured, now they have to come and get on to work. And I feel that is the time when we can pursue it with the government.
Okay. And at that time, you all were the opposition sort of towards the Congress. So are you still on the opposition of the current BJP government?
No. We don't wear...
You all don't believe in being opposition?
We don't wear the cap of opposition for the heck of opposition. If something is good, it is good. If something is bad, it is bad. What the last government did was disastrous. And I think every right-thinking person had to come out and oppose those things. And that's exactly what people did. And that's exactly how the government went out. So I always say that this mandate of 21 is more of an anti-Congress mandate of 21. So that is a sentiment that we should understand, I feel. So
and wait for time.
I think so.
Okay. And do you all follow any party ideology, and how does PCF follow?
No. We are not a political party, and we are not politically inclined or connected to anybody in the sense of the term, but we go by what is right and what is wrong. I don't say that all political parties are bad or somebody is this. See, ultimately political party doesn't have a conscience. They are the people who constitute the party who make the conscience of that party. And across the spectrum today, there is a decline in the principle of a party, the rationale of a party, self-centeredness has come up. So many things are there, no. But we don't belong to any party.
But do you feel people like you and some people in PCF are politicians in the making?
Oh my God. No.
Not at all?
No. Politicians in making?
Yes.
No, I don't subscribe
so
to
you all
that.
are not going to float candidates for the coming election?
See, again I am saying, it's not a question of floating. It's a question of backing, if at all.
And so how do you choose a person to back? What are the credentials one needs to have to be backed by Pilen Citizens Forum?
It's simple. We should be knowing that person. He has to be working with us, in the sense he has to be taking some genuine issues. And that's the time when we come in contact with each other. We don't nominate anybody and we don't give tickets because we are nobody to give tickets. Somebody puts his candidature forth. We in our meeting feel that yes, this is the right thing. So many other groups also had come together with us at that time and we backed a few candidates. We sat and we spoke to those groups. Yes, we know this person. He's been good. He's been working. He's got a conscience. He's got an ideology. His character is impeccable. Yes, we should support him. That's how it was done. It was not a ticket giving and a ticket taking kind of a business.
Alright. And Pilen Citizens Forum was a village group of Pilen. But now we see that Pilen Citizens Forum has a lot of people from elsewhere and a lot of people from Goa who are a part of Pilen Citizens Forum. So how did you all manage to go this big?
That's not correct to say that there are a lot of people from Goa who are a part of Pilen Citizens Forum. But there are a lot of people from Goa who are sympathizers and well-wishers and friends of Pilen Citizens Forum.
But why do you all need sympathy?
No, sympathizers, because so many issues that we have taken up, they have always sympathized with us with the issues that we have taken up. And therefore, they are sympathizers of the ideology of Pilen Citizens Forum. But we don't have members from outside Pilen, because that's not what it was intended. But seeing our work at a micro level, possibly that propelled us to have some working in a macro mode. And that's how all these people came with us. we started taking certain issues at larger level. That was all an evolution process. Again, I say that Pilen Citizens Forum has come up because of the dedication, because of the studious approach, because of the rationality of their thinking, and also because of these people who are associated with the Pilen Citizens Forum to take up all these issues.
And why do you think that this rationality of thinking and citizens in Goa being vigilant, etc., is a trend which has just started? Why didn't it happen a long time before?
See, that is very actually something alarming or worth concerning about, because Gram Sabha, you take the institution of Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha always existed under Goa Panchayat Raj Act and always were happening, but somehow people didn't have interest and people said, oh, go by, let's Sunday, let's go and sleep. Who wants to go and waste your time? But now that kind of a psyche has gone out and people have realized that yes, they are a part of the system. Democracy doesn't warrant them to come out and vote in once in 5 years, but also be a part of that continuous process, which realization is certainly good. And I know it has happened only of late, but it is a healthy trend and we should encourage that.
And why do you think there are no many village groups formed after all?
I don't know. But all I know is that there are quite a few who are working in the field and they are sincere, they're dedicated, they have been doing good work.
But
I also
isn't
agree.
this couldn't this be a topic on your agenda to form village groups across all the villages?
We can't be taking something to form outside our village in our agenda, because Pilen Citizens Forum is concerned about Pilen Citizens Forum. Somebody wants some help somewhere to find out the process. Now say the 189 villages in Goa. Somebody from some village in South Goa wants to know how to find out anomalies in the electoral process. We had done this exercise ourselves. Anomalies, how every Mamlatdar is following. So this kind of a thing we can help them to give them the process that we had undertaken. So to that kind of a help we agree. But we can't be going and forming everywhere. People have to themselves, and they are doing it. People are very conscious now.
And what is your take on the current assembly session that's happening now?
I don't know, because you have seen there's so much of opposition and there's so much of praise and there's so much of social sector announcements and there's so much of things happening.
Would you consider this the honeymoon period of the BJP government?
No,
there's lots more to come.
I can't say it's a honeymoon period, but I always believe, assurances are one thing, and getting those assurances on practical approach and practically putting them on track is a different thing. So I have a feeling that Mr. Parrikar is sincere and serious, in other words, but much lies on how he delivers, which he has not, for whatever he's got less time or whatever, but he has not delivered much. He has spoken well, and
there's a difference between speaking and doing.
His speech has made people feel that yes, that he can do something. But whether he will do, we have to wait for the time to tell.
Okay, and how happy are you with the developments in your constituency now with the formation of the new government?
I don't know. I have not seen anything happening with the formation of new government. I don't know what he has been doing.
So, what are the things that you all are looking for in Pilen?
What issues existed?
Continue.
Since you are asking me absolutely in an electoral sense, what issues existed when Goa went in for an election in 2012, as far as Saligaon constituency is concerned, those same issues exist today also, for whatever reasons. So whether there is sincerity of purpose, no sincerity, time will tell. I don't know, but I don't see any practical change happening. Same things are continuing.
But what are the things that Saligaon constituency needs the most?
Voltage, electricity supply, water supply, the garbage menace. So many
garbage is the greatest.
See, garbage in Pilen is a big problem. They are dumping it on a hill, which is creating problem for people who have wells. The same thing is happening in Saligaon. You are aware, where the thing is coming percolating down in the wells at Salmona and all. The lake is getting polluted. So many things are there. So many things have been spoken, but now is the time to act. That is not happening.
So how much time is Pilen Citizens Forum going to give the government to act?
No. It's not a question of setting deadlines to anybody, but it's
But don't you think it's required now?
We are going to pursue these things steadily. We will pursue it. We are pursuing it. Not a question of setting deadlines.
If there's a loophole in the current government, you all will voice it out strongly.
Whether it is this government or any government,
It doesn't matter to
it
Pidam.
doesn't matter to us who forms the government.
All
If
right.
something is bad, it's bad. If something is good, it's good. If this government does something bad, we'll say it's bad. If this government does something good, we'll praise the government for the good that they have done.
Okay, and what is your take on Anna Hazare going political? Because it's just been a year or so that we've heard that he is here and he's doing stuff against corruption, and suddenly a day before we get the announcement that yes, he is going to go political and form a party.
I don't know whether he's going to form a political party, because somebody from his team said that we'll form a party and this and that. But the statement that I read of Anna Hazare in the papers is that he is going to campaign for good candidates. That every right-thinking person should do. So that's nothing bad. But
what if he
whether
forms
he will
political
form
party?
a party or what, I don't know.
But do you think it will be detrimental or beneficial?
I don't know. See, forming a party, anybody can form.
But what
And
do
I
you generally think of Anna Hazare? Has it lost its effect?
No, I won't say that. Anna Hazare has brought a lot of people to speak about corruption and to take some stand on corruption. That's good, and that was required with the kind of system that phase that the system was passing through. But I don't know whether he forming a party will help in that goal, in that mission, or what, I don't know. But certainly I again say that every right-thinking person should come out and say that this candidate is good and this candidate is bad. To that extent, every citizen has to adopt a role. Now, whether it goes to the extent of stretching it to forming a party, I
That's
don't
a
know.
different question.
I don't know. PCF also, we backed quite a few candidates whom we felt were good. We did that. That didn't mean we formed a party.
But do you all ever plan of,
See,
maybe not in the next 5 years,
See, let me be very
the
practical
moment
to
PCF
you.
grows?
Let me be very practical to you. PCF grows in the sense in the village it's already grown. It cannot grow
It's growing in
outside.
Goa.
Growing in Goa in the sense against sympathizers, well-wishers. That's always nice for us. It's a motivation. But again, saying party in today's context, in contemporary context, is not an easy thing. We are not professional politicians. We earn our bread and butter by our profession.
But you become professional once you're in the field, right?
That's what I'm saying, that we are professionals in our fields. I am a lawyer. I am busy in my
But we have
practice.
professionals who are
But-
in the political system as well.
Because they get into a full-time mode as such. I have a feeling, I can say that. But with us, I don't think that
will ever.
forming a party
But is
at least
this what you
something
think,
that-
or is this the joint consensus of the Pilan Citizens Forum group?
Yeah. Forming a party is something different altogether. That's not that we are even pondering upon. That is not something that is worth considering. Also, we are
All
doing
right.
good work. We continue doing good work. Back good people in public life. Criticize bad people in public life.
What is your take on the Ladli Lakshmi scheme?
See, let
Your
me
frank
be,
take.
let me be very honest to you. I heard somebody in the assembly talking about revenue mobilization. Revenue mobilization in the West, if you see, there is so much of social sector scheme on the roll. But that happens because they have got large amount of taxes coming off from revenue, from liquor and this and that, and so many things are heavily taxed, the cigarettes and things like that. But here, with this VAT being reduced, there is a heavy toll on the state exchequer.
Which people
So-
don't understand.
Having social sector schemes are good, but from where the money comes to fund these schemes, that's another question altogether. I think people also should ponder. I saw that Bima Arogya card or something, that thing which is going on, insurance, health insurance, good scheme. But again, 60,000 you are insured, every citizen, and I saw people who are migrants and all coming enrolling. See, the scheme has to reach the proper beneficiary. So many things are there.
But it's like give and take, right? Now he's given us the Ladli Lakshmi scheme and he's increased the duty on the electricity, on power.
Will that sustain the revenue mobilization deficit that is created because of VAT reduction?
And
See,
the industries?
Economics, good economics should make good politics, or good politics should be related to good economics. But that's not what is necessarily happening in the system. And please don't take my statement in the context of Goa government. But if you
Generally.
see top down or down top, that is not happening. Somebody is making 1 kg of rice. Somebody is making something free color TV. This kind of freebie culture that is being created. I don't understand now. Somebody, I don't know, I read it somewhere about this government. They said we are going to give unemployment allowance. What is this unemployment allowance?
Just promoting
You
unemployment.
create employment generation facilities. You give employment to people. What do you mean by creating employment allowance, unemployment allowance? You say inflation allowance. Take steps to reduce inflation.
True.
But I don't know what is this inflation allowance, Mahagai Bhatta and Bekari Bhatta. Or what? I don't understand this, or maybe I am the odd one out. I don't know.
So should you be the advisor to the government as well?
No, I don't know. That's not my cup of tea.
Okay, and before we end, what would be the 3 things that a Goan citizen needs to be vigilant about, and what do you think Goa needs most urgently?
Goa most urgently needs to tackle a few problems that have mounted into a big mountain in the state of Goa. One of them is garbage. There is no planning as far as garbage disposal is concerned. Lot of talk is there. We did this and we did that, and I proposed this and I assure that. But on the ground, I don't see much happening. You take regional plan. Regional plan is a big issue that has to be settled properly. When I say settled properly, I don't mean to say that every suggestion that everybody makes has to be considered, but you have to go on merit. There should be no scope, because that is what is said. So everybody will say everything, and how we can listen to everybody? That is not what anybody is saying. What we are saying is put all these suggestions on the touchstone of merit, but keep biases and all these things out. Somebody who is there in that SLC should feel, anybody who is there in that SLC should feel that I am doing a service to the state. That's how it should happen. And I have a feeling that so much of it has crept in this regional plan,
Which is too difficult.
that it has to be refined altogether. That is why I said denotify, fall back on the draft plan, which was by and large good. Send it to the panchayats, the gram sabhas, formulate the village committees properly. I have a feeling that citizens are becoming more and more conscious of their rights. That's a healthy trend.
But are we getting too egoistic and opposing every damn thing which happens?
No, I don't agree with that, because somebody that day said it in the assembly also, that everybody is opposing everything. That's not the right thing. And if that is the way in which things are happening, assuming without admitting, then it means that people have lost faith in the system, which again is subject to be pondered over by the people who constitute the system. So either way, people, I don't think, are opposing for the heck of opposing. They have got genuine grievances. I didn't know about those issues myself as far as the other villages are concerned till I went there and saw it. Yes, there are issues, water, electricity. People don't have proper voltage in their houses, and you are giving permissions of 400, 500 flats in a building. How is it going to sustain your village? See, nobody is opposing for the heck of opposing. At least I'm talking about the people whom I know of.
Alright.
I have a feeling that a lot of people are doing good work. They are bringing the anomalies and follies to the notice of the government. And it's good work. What is bad in it? If somebody is opposing and that opposition has got merit, then you have to consider it. Just because you want to say my way on the highway kind of ideology, you don't bulldoze everything. This is democracy.
So vigilant is one thing, and the other
Yes.
thing?
You have to be vigilant, and you have to have your say in matters that affect the state. There is one more tendency in Goa, which is also changing. We go once to vote and don't even go to our gram sabhas. That has to change.
But I think this has changed after.
It has.
It has a
See,
lot.
let us be very practical. The attendance at the gram sabha has changed. It has improved manifold. No doubt about it. It's a good trend. I have a feeling that gram sabha means that maximum people should go to that gram sabha from that village. Not that they have to speak something or oppose
Just to
something,
attend it.
but attend it, show your concern to the village, even if you are otherwise a docile person.
See Goa on a uphill.
Yeah, I am an optimistic person. Goa should be on a progressive path, but I don't know if this government with the plans that it is unfolding will take Goa in the progressive path. Time will tell. I am not saying no and I am not saying yes.
Okay.
Time will tell. But I think that the time today is not to slam somebody or not to praise somebody, but wait and
watch.
see what what is going to be delivered, because so much has been spoken.
And on this note, we come to an end of Loud Thoughts with Advocate Yatish Naik. Thank you so much for joining us on Loud Thoughts this week.
Thank you.